Hey everyone, it's great to be back. Stay connected with your guy, the sports judge. Given how well the Dallas Cowboys have played, you just sort of think that it's their year. I don't. Cowboys fans, everybody in Cowboys Nation thinks so though. Oh, this is our year. Let's not get too cocky. New coach Brian Schottenheimer and OC Clayton Adams have this offense scorching. Then we have Dak Prescott, who I think by all accounts is probably the most criticized and heavily scrutinized quarterback. And I think really Dak Prescott, when you think of the year he's having, you finally look at him and go, maybe he really is your franchise quarterback. And then obviously when he comes up small, when the moment is big, then he's not that player we thought he was. That's the narrative that's going to happen. They'll say, well, the Cowboys will never win a Super Bowl with him as the quarterback. He won't lead them to the Super Bowl. He's not built for the playoffs, which people say all the time. You have to keep this in mind. How big can he be in games that significantly matters? That's still a question that remains. It turns out that Dak, that guy, became the face of the franchise. That guy is the guy that was always front and center. More than anything, he's Jerry's guy. He is representing the franchise. When he's performing like an MVP, obviously, he can carry an explosive offense. He can command the room also. That's who you want to lead your team. But when December or January come, can you trust him to be the guy that puts the team on his back and take them the distance? That's why I think, on a separate note, I think it's a reason Jerry Jones is standing by his quarterback and why he paid him, locked him up long term. They got the best offense with him as the quarterback. Dak looks better than ever. And the coaching staff, at least on the offensive side, is functional. They got George Pickens in a trade from the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason. I was wrong about him. He's been tremendous, especially with the CeeDee Lamb injury. The George Pickens trade for a third round pick was a win for the Dallas Cowboys. This is going to be the best statistical season of Dak's career. Do you think Dak Prescott gets enough credit? Because not everybody feels the same way about him and throw out different quarterbacks around the league. But week in and week out, he does things that impresses you and you just go like, wow. I mean, I don't know. It just seems that he doesn't get the respect that he deserves. And I think a lot of it has to do with the team and the organization that he plays with. You know, his team is the Dallas Cowboys, and they are a team that people either hate or love. It comes with the territory in a sense. A star logo on your helmet comes with a price. And plus, he lost a lot of big games. He's one of the losingest quarterbacks of the great starting quarterbacks in games that means everything. I think that stigma probably carries with him. Dak just hasn't had a whole lot of success in big moments or in the postseason where he once had a chance to show the world how good of a quarterback he's capable of being. I have looked at his numbers this season and he's been phenomenal. It's MVP numbers. You know, before the season, I said the Cowboys were going to be a complete joke. I thought the Cowboys would win 4 or 5 games. And even though Dak has been having a career year, I think for him to really, put himself into the elite quarterback conversation, he has to take the Cowboys deep into the playoffs, at least to the NFC Championship. Win some games, people go, yeah, this is our year. Have to be nice. I have to be nice to give it to the Dallas Cowboys. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys, you're watching, of course, you are convinced that Dallas and Dak have the most dynamic offense in the NFL. Given this group, this talent, that means they are at least great television. You cannot deny that the Dallas Cowboys, with a high flying offense, is the most entertaining team in football. They're entertaining. It's a good TV product. People want to watch. I like to watch. I have to tell you, and this is coming from a guy who is very critical of Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones knows what sells in the NFL. He knows what the people want. I know for sure they can't win anything with this current roster. That I know 100%. So as we continue to be amazed with their explosiveness, the efficient offense led by Dak Prescott, if they win, fine. If they don't, Jones is not going to lose any sleep. It's a business. Folks are buying tickets. The merch is flying off the shelves. There's no reason to think they're a playoff team, no matter what happens. And I thought by now I was going to be burying the Dallas Cowboys, to be honest with you. I don't want to put Cowboys fans in a bad mood, but you can never make heads or tails of this team. But they're doing a lot better than I anticipated. That's for damn sure. There's no critiquing what happened on Sunday in Dallas. Sweet, soul-cleansing win, 44-22 over Washington. Dak continues to be him. The defense actually looked competent for once. I really wasn't sure if their defense could stop anyone. But to their credit, Sunday they did. The offense rolled. As always, Dak for MVP conversations are happening. You know how optimistic those folks are now. And I think they think that this thing is further along than what it is. So are the Cowboys that much better than Washington, or is Washington not very good this year? I think the Cowboys, the efficiency of their offense is just incredible. I think when you look at the Cowboys' losses, they can look themselves right in the mirror and say, we kind of are the reason why those games weren't victories. If the defense can hold its own, we are looking at easily one of the best NFL offenses. I mean, the offense is great. Their record is what? 3-3. I still think that they are not an NFC contender. Boy, what a promising start for Dak Prescott. That's a really good football team on the offensive side. Pretty much just comes down to if they can cover, tackle, and force turnovers on defense, and if Dak continues to shine brighter and brighter. They literally have one of the most potent offenses in the NFL. They've got really good skill players. Even if they are good, the schedule gets way harder on the back end. It's brutal. I would bet against them making the playoffs, but I will say the Cowboys are one step closer to being a very dangerous team. I would feel pretty good about this team. Dak is playing like an MVP caliber quarterback. The wide receiver core is legit. Javonte Williams is running back number one, second in the league in rushing yards this season, and has been one of the best stories of the year. The defense is slowly improving week by week. It's not just Dak who has been really good. They've got really good wide receivers, really good speed on that team, athletic ability. Everybody wants to bang on Dak, This guy's not going to get you there, or this guy's not good. But all of a sudden, people are like, wow, this guy is playing like an MVP quarterback. I'm happy for him. Yeah, I think, there's going to be a little bit of talk about the Cowboys and where they could end up, not necessarily this season, but next season. The Micah trade gave the team flexibility. The Pickens move turned out great, and they're the number one offense in the league. By the way, they have 2 first-round picks. I could definitely say that if they get the best edge rusher and a top corner, Kenny Clark, spend some money, they can fix this in a year. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but Jerry Jones may have won big here. This season, they kind of are, to be honest, the team that surprised a lot of people. I don't think they were going to be anything special. I didn't think they would be anything special. Look, no way to deny that the Cowboys have a chance to be special, just not this year. Next year, maybe we can say it's close to being your year. Every time I buy in on this team, man, they just let you down. So you never know with these Cowboys. One week, they look like they're going to run the league. The next week, they look awful. They show up strong one week, and when the game really counts, a game with implications, they look absolutely atrocious the next week. And in recent years, the Cowboys have not been as good as they're hyped to be. So we'll see. I'm not feeling the Cowboys, although the way this season is going, the way Dak is balling, oftentimes the Cowboys come up short. That's usually how it goes. So it'll be very, very interesting if they continue to win games. My heart and gut tells me that Dallas falls just short of the playoffs. And let's just say if Dallas makes it to the playoffs, I don't think the Cowboys are going to be a real problem for anyone. Everybody is a prisoner of the moment. So whatever happened Sunday is the greatest thing ever. Always. That's how this works now. And then if they lose next week, everybody is like, it's the worst thing ever. And anytime, the Cowboys do what they did on Sunday, guys do this all the time. That's a Super Bowl team. They're going to make a deep playoff run. That's the scariest team. Ever notice that? That's how folks talk, especially when it relates to the Dallas Cowboys. But really, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out who's really good in the NFL. And the Cowboys, I feel like, are just one of those teams you fundamentally can never trust. It doesn't matter if he puts together an MVP season. I'm talking about Dak Prescott. You could easily start believing this team might be that good, and then they suffer a loss that completely broke them. If anything, like I said, most people get their hopes up and then they get let down. So I don't feel any hope with this Cowboys team. They have let everybody down far too often, not expecting anything, even with the offense being what it is. But I will say this, the Cowboys have a bright future ahead if this continues. I think if you get a few more pieces, then we can be talking about possibly a championship contender in Dallas. All right, everybody, that's all I have for you. You guys have a great night. We'll talk again very soon. I'll be back with more content. I still want to get into Mac Jones and the 49ers. I want to get into the Lakers tonight. It was their season opening night in LA. They lost the game to the Golden State Warriors. We'll talk about that as well. There's always plenty to talk about in sports. But guys, you guys take care. You guys have a wonderful night. Hope to see you guys again soon. Hope you guys come back for more great sports content. And hopefully, I see you guys again soon. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a good one.